It's Saturday the 27th at 11:33. We are near the east branch of the Gres River.
Did you guys read the report?
I did not, no.
I've read it a while ago.
Remember?
I'm excited.
That pond that I told about that my aunt, brother, and cousin were at? Right behind you there. Right through those trees.
Fishing yesterday.
They saw something there?
They heard a growl, and then they heard heavy footfalls walking that way towards me.
Okay.
And then right after that, it's
Nighttime, daytime,
Daytime.
you know? Daytime?
Daytime.
Middle of the day.
Yeah. But that's the pond that they heard. So it's right through those trees.
Okay.
Do we want to check that out first?
East
Right
branch.
I'm already going. Is there a gun range around here?
No.
Oh, it's just around here. Got it.
We're in the country now.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, I see. Oh, that's so cool.
That is really
Yeah, don't do what I do. I do dumb things. I walk where I don't belong. But look at that. All right, let's go see this.
That's the one I was talking about. I saw on my little nature walk.
Oh, sweet. Okay, describe what you're seeing. What is this thing?
It's a Bigfoot house. Let's nail it.
Here, 1 minute. Here, Kenzie. I'll
Get a
take
picture.
Go ahead and stand up by the tree. Smile.
This is some extensive
back then when
signage.
I had my sighting, there was just a piece of plywood over this barbed wire fence.
Okay. Well, now it's people are obviously angry about it.
Yeah.
You know, because it shouldn't be there.
Them.
Yep. Yeah, seriously. There is a path. Yeah. And it skirts the forbidden zone.
So you can kind of see it through the through the tree that's fell in front of us. There's a kind of looks like rapids. That's where the
I've got
honey
them.
hole is.
Okay.
So, when I was 16, I was fishing right over in the honey hole, and just about 50 feet down from me is when a huge rock hit the water, and I turned and looked, and this giant black-haired creature leans out over the water, looks in the water, and then just turned and looked right at me. And we locked eyes and stared at each other for maybe 30 seconds. And then it started walking back into the thicker brush. And you could just hear like the sticks cracking under its feet and stuff. And it left my sight. And then I started packing up my fishing gear. And as I was doing that, I was calling into the woods like, hey, is there anybody there? Hey, is there anybody there? I was getting no response. So then I packed up my stuff, I came back down this trail, and then I came to this. As I was coming up to this fence, I kept getting the feeling that I was being watched, and it was like that really uneasy feeling, like goosebumps on the back of your neck and all that stuff. It was just dead silent. There was no, like, I don't know if you can hear like birds chirping, and it just got dead silent. And I got to this fence right here. I crossed over it. I made it to maybe like where that big tree is, and I heard a loud crash sound behind me. I turn around. This Bigfoot leaped over the fence and ran straight up that way behind you guys. They ran right up the hill, and then I lost sight of it. And then I just walked. I walked all the way down the road.
Would you say that when you saw the first time was the same thing you saw the second time?
Yes, it was
So
humongous.
It looked identical to the first
Yes,
one.
and it was going between 2 feet and all fours. Like it was transitioning upright and down.
So
As it was going through the trees and branches and stuff, it was just smashing through everything like it wasn't even there.
About where were you at when you saw it right here?
Right here, turn around and it's just...
And it was right here?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me to stop.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. About right there. About how tall it was.
What do you think? 8 feet?
Oh, easy.
I would say 9 or 10.
I would say, yeah, even more. Wow, that's weird.
Right about this branch right here, probably.
like 9 feet tall or something.
So sun was out.
Yeah,
Right
it was
today.
broad daylight. I had clear view, clear side of it. It did not look like a bear, because I had people asking me before, like, "Are you sure it wasn't a bear?" I'm like, "Well, a bear doesn't have a human-like face, so that's the only way I could describe it."
Any particular description in the face you recall?
It just had bare cheeks. It had a bare forehead, big nose, brown eyes, and just had like it had like a human-like face, but it was just hair going all the way around the outside of the face.
Shape of the head?
I never saw
The closest thing that I can describe the shape of his head is kind of like a gorilla's head. How it kind of goes up like a point at the top. It was huge. It was a huge head. Like, it was a huge body. It's very hard to describe, put into words what I saw, because it's just, one, it was humongous. Like, guarantee you this thing could have easily picked me up and carried me away.
Did it like grimace at you or anything?
It did make a facial expression when it saw me, like I startled it, because I was fishing at that spot, the honey hole, and it obviously, like, it must have just went to the river, didn't even know I was there. He was fishing in the same hole where there's known fish at, that it's a very popular fishing spot, and I think it went down there for the same reason that I was there, to get a fish. And when something like a rock about the size of a softball is thrown so hard into the water that you literally hear it hit the bottom of the river, it was thrown with so much force, like, I couldn't even have thrown a rock that big, that hard into a body of water.
I mean, if he didn't know you were there, you think? I mean, I don't know why he would throw a rock other than get your attention.
I think he was trying to want a fish. That's what I think. And
kind of interesting.
And then it turned and looked at me, and it just opened its mouth like I startled it. But that was the only facial expression that it made. And then it kind of just walked back into the woods after that.
What was your initial feeling, other than startle and shock? Did you feel immediately threatened?
No.
No, not until you started walking back did you start to feel kind of anxious.
Yeah, I started to feel anxious when I was walking back, because now it was like you hear the birds chirping. It was dead silent. There was no birds, nothing. All you hear is the water, that sound of the water. And it got very eerie, and I just got the chills, and it was scary.
So, where Rich is at right now, is that where it ran through?
It ran, busted up right through there. Yep.
So he was.
Okay.
Slide, step, but I can't tell. This one almost looks like the heel of a boot.
Okay.
Stay back.
But you move, but it's wide.
Okay. Right there, I see that.
There's
Could be,
another
just
slide
could be
right
a,
here.
yeah, could be a weathered boot.
And there's another.
We're gonna
Yeah.
walk the path, so
I
when
see
we're
that
showing
too.
how far apart the footprints are and the direction that we're headed.
So, take a looky-loo here. I'm going to show you something from the side. Okay, here's one stride, one step, one step. Holy crap.
And that's the
And
other
then, no, I can't make that step unless
Yeah,
I'm
you wanna-
jogging.
Who would have been running through here? Not a person, because it's too slick.
That's kind of cool. Now, obviously, it could be someone running, but it's not a regular stride. That's exciting.
Here's the other thing I saw. Who in their right mind is going to take this out of that hole?
Me looking for worms.
Oh. Pick that up and move that then, looking for worms.
Okay, hold this.
No, you just rolled it on its side.
Let's see if I can roll it. Oh, well, worms. But
Been there for a little bit, too.
yeah, but I mean, I could see rolling something like that, looking for something to eat.
Yeah, but you would only roll it just like you did. They
Right.
moved it over here.
I wonder why. Get it. Okay, what did we come up with?
There's been lots of holes. Been like, I found like lots of rocks without any holes. Been like, that might be like Bigfoot, like throwing the rocks somewhere. And like, cause they keeping scattered without any holes.
Okay, so what do you think would happen if you see a big hole but there's no rock there?
I'll just like avoid it by
Okay.
staying away.
Good idea. What
You
did?
avoid it, but what do you think happened? Why is there a big hole with no rock?
I think like something or somebody threw it out. Or like threw it.
You think somebody moved the rock?
What if they used that rock, a big rock, and they moved it from where it was,
What is this
and
one?
they threw it in? That's bear bait. Nice.
Trail.
What if? Follow this line of thinking. They found a big rock and they used it to throw it in the water to stun fish.
Maybe. But I don't even think that maybe word.
I thought it was a really
She
good
knows what
idea.
she believes.
I'm telling you.